everybody and welcome back to another video from HSTV, and in today's video we are joined by another guest.
Hello!
Kim. So Kim, introduce yourself.
Well, as Heen has said, I'm Kim. I've just finished first year of medicine with Heen at Edinburgh University.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you very much for having me on the channel.
No worries. So me and Kim have known each other for a long time. We're both studying medicine at Edinburgh University and we have completed our first year. But there is one difference between us that we will be addressing in this video. Kim is an Apple person and she likes to use the iPad to assist her learning at university, and I'm more of a Samsung person, and as you have seen on the channel, I love using my Tab S7 Plus to assist me at university. So we're going to be comparing our views and helping you to decide which one you should go for. This is Apple's iPad 11 Pro 2020 edition. Comes in at around £849 in the UK. It has a pretty standard 11-inch LCD IPS display and it runs on Apple's A12Z Bionic chipset. And here beside it we have Samsung's Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. It comes in at around £800, that's with the S Pen. And it has a 12.4-inch Super AMOLED display and it uses the Exynos 990 chipset if you buy it in the UK. However, it can use the Snapdragon 865 Plus chipset if you buy it elsewhere. Okay, so I guess the big question is then, why did we choose one device over the other? So Kim, why did you choose the iPad?
So personally for me, I use a lot of Apple products. So I have an iPhone and I have my MacBook. So there is a little Apple environment that allows me to airdrop stuff to each of the respective devices. And at university there is an Apple offer. So back to university you can get money off iPads and MacBooks, and there's also like some like AirPods thrown in or some sort of deal like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think I have a similar reason actually. I use all Samsung devices and I also have a Windows PC, so for that an Apple product wasn't really tying in with my system, so that's the main reason I was looking for an Android tab, and the Tab S7 Plus made the most sense for me. And yeah. Okay, so the next thing to discuss is how we take notes and how we use our devices at university. So what apps we're using, whether we take handwritten notes or typed notes. So Kim, enlighten us.
So I use a mixture between typed notes and handwritten notes. So the two apps that I normally gravitate towards is Notion for my typed notes and Notability for writing up anything like PowerPoint presentations that our lecturers might have given us. I would say these two note apps also help just for revision, because it means that I can go back and look up and brush up on any knowledge that I need for an exam or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, for note-taking for me, my main app is Samsung Notes, so I just import all my lecture slides in there and I took handwritten notes and I noted on the slides and stuff as well. So Samsung Notes is my main one. I don't really do typed notes, if I'm being honest. I normally just import PDFs or I do handwritten notes, just helps things go in better, I would say. And yeah, what about like other apps that we use? I think we both use 3D Anatomy. Yes. So Complete Anatomy is a great app. I will leave a link in the description. But it's really good for anatomy and looking at models.
And it allows you to like move on a tablet. It allows you to move it around and just learn more in depth about anatomy.
Yep. And for revision, like I use Anki. So you use Anki as well?
So I use Anki, but that's more on my laptop.
Okay.
There's also Quizlet. There's a lot of people who make short flashcards on Quizlet as well.
Yeah.
But my main revision focus is on Notion, because that's where all of my written up notes are.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's another difference. I've never really used Notion, but I know it's really popular and it is cross-platform, so you can use it on different devices, so I guess that's good. What about Notability, and what was the other, you said Notion, so Notability, is that available only on iPad, or is that?
I've got Notability on my phone as well.
Okay.
And you can get it on laptops as well.
Right.
I think it's not just Apple specific. I
Okay.
think they might have it on other devices,
Yes,
but
yes,
I'm not
yes.
quite sure.
Cool. No, that's great. So I guess the next thing to talk about then is the stylus and the keyboard that you can get with the iPad and the Tab S7 Plus. So for the tablet, it's called an S Pen. For the Apple iPad, it's the Apple Pencil. So tell us, what have you been using that? Has it been a good experience?
So I use my Apple Pencil whenever I'm writing up notes, and it's quite pen-like, and there's a lot of different options you could choose, like highlighters or different line thicknesses.
Yes, yeah.
But I would say it feels quite like just normal writing, and using specific screen protectors for your tablets, like it can feel more like paper, if that's something that
Yeah,
you
actually, on the topic of screen protectors, because I don't have a screen protector on my tablet, but a lot of people have been commenting like different ones. So which one do you use, if you don't mind? Is it like a paper-like one?
It's
or
a paper-like one,
yeah.
so
Okay.
it feels more like writing on paper.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, for the tablet, the S Pen's been great. I love having the little button on it as well. It's really good for like erasing stuff. I just press the button and then I can erase. Really nicely compatible with Samsung Notes as well. Pretty much the same features, I would say, in terms of like different types of pens, line widths, etc., and highlighting and everything. And yeah.
I was gonna also add, like, we have a double tap function on the Apple Pen that changes between eraser or pen, and it's also magnetic, so it just sticks onto the tablet.
Cool. And do you have a keyboard, or?
I personally didn't buy a keyboard, as I have a laptop that I used back in school, but
Cool.
I've got friends who have the laptop, like the keyboard attachment, and it's very useful. It feels just like a normal laptop.
Yeah, I got the keyboard book cover with the Tab S7 Plus, and I do use the keyboard. It's kind of like a laptop-like experience, I guess. I have to say it's very overpriced though, and I feel like the quality could have been better. Like, the keys are not backlit, and that's kind of a drawback for me, and hopefully something that they will change in upcoming models. But yeah, it's nice to have that option there, and it is useful from time to time. So the next thing to talk about then is how has our usage on the iPad and the Tab been? So how have video calls been?
The video call has been good. The camera quality is amazing on the iPad, so it picks you up perfectly fine. It's easy to connect to different Wi-Fis, and I've never found a problem when I'm attending Zoom or Teams meetings. Another feature is FaceTime, so I quite like using FaceTime to call friends and stuff. So it's quite useful. If my phone suddenly ran out of battery, I can still FaceTime someone.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think especially in the past year with COVID, it's been extremely more important to have the option of video calls there. And I think that the Tab S7 Plus, especially with the position of where the camera is, it's kind of on the longer side. When you have it like in a laptop type shape, it gives a really good view behind you as well. I think on the iPad, it's on the like the portrait, like top bit, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't really make a massive difference as to where the camera is, but I think it is nice on the Tab having it on a longer side. And yeah, I've never really had an issue with video quality or audio quality either. Quite smooth and fast. Yeah. Okay, so next we're going to talk about portability and how it's been like around carrying it around university or even around the house. With COVID, we haven't been going into university that much at all. But when we have been there, like, how have you felt?
So I normally took it in for knowledge of clinical practice, so it's really easy just to carry, because I have the smaller version of the iPad Pro, so it's the 11-inch one. Yeah. And it's quite light, and it's really easy just to whip out of my backpack. So I've not found anything difficult with carrying that about. It's just a nice size. I didn't feel like I needed a bigger tablet because it's very compact.
Yeah, I mean, that is the other question, like, why didn't you go for like the bigger model? Was it just portability was the main thing?
It was mainly portability, and I didn't necessarily require as big of a screen because I have a laptop already.
Yeah.
It was just more for note taking and ease of carrying
use.
about.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, for me, I know that Tab S7 Plus is actually quite large. It's got a 12.4-inch display, and with the keyboard book cover, because it's all magnetic, it is quite heavy. But I have to say, like, even if the lecture room was crammed, I'd still have enough space to whip it out quickly, write down stuff, and, you know, have it on my little desk. So I think in that sense, it's actually not that heavy, and quite easy to use in a lecture as well. Okay, so the next question then is, what is the best thing about our devices and the worst thing? So, Kim, tell us.
I would say the worst thing is the price. I had to save up for quite a bit of time to afford getting the iPad. But after getting it, I feel like it's very worth the money, considering the majority of my other devices are Apple related.
Yeah.
So everything's very interconnected, and I like being able to quickly share things between the devices if needed. And it's really easy just to download our lecture presentations down onto as well. So I've just found it very convenient.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think for me the worst thing is the price as well. It's incredibly expensive, especially when you add on the keyboard book cover, which is like over 100 quid. It does come up to quite a pricey gadget. But I have to say, you know, the best thing is this was my first experience with note-taking digitally, and it's been really nice. And I don't think we could imagine having to do all those lectures without a digital device there.
And it means that our notes are a lot more compact and we can access it anywhere depending on what note app you take. And it means that we don't have to try and file through a lot of
papers and folders. I remember in high school the amount of folders we had to carry around. Like, yeah, so it's, in terms of convenience, it's really good, really nice systems. And as Kim was saying, the iPad tying in with her devices, the tablet for me, you know, I can get Samsung Notes on my phone, I can get Samsung Notes on my Windows PC, and I can sync up everywhere, so I can just access my notes offline, and really good portability as well.
So regardless of whichever tablet you choose in the end for university, we do recommend going paperless because it is very, very convenient. Yeah.
I mean, better for the environment as well, better organization, I'd say as well. Alright everyone, well that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed seeing this little comparison with iPad and the Tab S7 Plus. They are big competitors. A lot of people love using the iPad. I have to say it's the more popular option at university. But saying that, you know, being an Android user for so many years and now having an experience with this tablet, really, it's an underdog. I'm gonna put that out there. I know iPads are brilliant and they have great features, but don't undermine the tablet either. Please do your research before you buy anything. Both of them are really pricey, so I'm not gonna say one's better than the other there. But you know, they're great experiences, and we wouldn't really change our setups, would we?
I think it's just whichever device you would feel more comfortable, and whichever one ties more into your life and the things that you're looking for. For instance, if you need a good camera or stuff like that.
Yeah, actually we didn't really talk about camera that much, but the iPad camera is a lot better than the tablet camera. Not the video call side, but more if you're wanting to like shoot videos for like filming or anything like that.
Taking pictures for slides as well. There's a LiDAR sensor in the iPad Pros, which is quite useful for students who are studying architecture or stuff that require mapping.
Yes, exactly. So please do your research. And in this video, in the beginning, as you saw, I did put up some spec for you there, but do research from like their websites and things as well before you go and choose whichever one you want. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.